Yo, what up? Welcome back to Red Zone in the Lab podcast. Sorry, I'm a little something that just popped up. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Not a big show. This is a small show, medium-sized show. I don't know. We talk about Bill Krosky Merritt. He posted a video to let y'all know. Do not forget about me. Brandy Coleman. The conversation is back. Is he going to be the center starting out for the 2026 football year? Resurrection uniforms. April 15th is just around the corner. It seems like the Commanders are ear hustling to the fans and their uniform designs. We're going to talk about that. And if you're not subscribed, please do like, share, and comment. Red Zone in the Lab 101 on YouTube. Check out the Riddle community. If you're looking for some Commanders merch, go to rzinthelab.com. Stick with me. We'll be right back.
When I first stepped into RFK Stadium, I knew I'd found a home. The roar of the fans, the energy of the city, united as one, was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. RFK Stadium was the stage for the world's greatest in sports, culture, and entertainment. All in the heart of our nation's capital. It's time to revive that legacy.
Yo, what up? I had a new intro. Um, and I thought that was it. But let me see. Let's get to this new intro real quick. I want y'all to check this out.
When I first stepped into RFK Stadium, I knew I'd found a home. The roar of the fans, the energy of the city, united as one, was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. RFK Stadium was the stage for the world's greatest in sports, culture, and entertainment. All in the heart of our nation's capital. It's time to revive that legacy.
Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the Lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie. Yeah, there it is. What you think about the new joint, Chuck? What you think about it?
I rock with it.
It's kind of the same thing, but I kind of combined the old one to this new one, and I kind of made it flow a little bit. Let's hear it again. Hold on.
When I first stepped into RFK Stadium, I knew I'd found a home. The roar of the fans, the energy of the city, united as one, was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. RFK Stadium was the stage for the world's greatest in sports, culture, and entertainment. All in the heart of our nation's capital. It's time to revive that legacy.
Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie. I really just did that because I just got some work stuff and I was trying to catch up.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I just got some work stuff popped up like we're literally right before the pod, so I had to like catch up with that real quick. So I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me. But that's exactly what I did, right? No shame in my game whatsoever. Nick was good. Matt Mariota going to get killed in preseason. Coleman is the center. Going to be looking like when we play Burrow. Oh my goodness. Yo, what is good? T, birthday girl, birthday weekend coming up.
Oh, happy birthday, T.
Yeah, man. I think it's tomorrow or Saturday. One of them. I think she's celebrating the whole weekend though.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yeah, man. Bill, right? I wanted to show that video. Did you see the video he put up?
Yeah, I saw it.
I feel like I can find it real quick.
I didn't pay no attention to it, but I got what I needed from it, and then I kept scrolling. Because Bill be in there blasting that NBA young boy, so he can't stay on his videos long. Let me see. Let me see. Bill, do you have it? Like, can you send it to me on? I think
X. She said it's Saturday. But before we get there, like we'll figure that out. We're gonna go to Coleman first. All right. So we all remember the interview. It was midway through the year or something, and this was when Brandy was kind of coming back in between coming back and the being off IR, and he came back, lost his spot. And when he came back to the lineup, Dan Quinn wanted to find something, not really find something for him to do, right? But he knew he's very athletic. He's very good. He had a good rookie year, and he just didn't want him just sitting on the bench, right? Even though Chris Paul won or did not give up the left guard spot after Coleman went down. And they had Trent Scott. So Trent Scott, during this time period, he was the one that was like the swing tackle or the big 13 personnel tight end that would come into the game. So when Coleman was healthy, he ended up being the guy, right? He ended up being the guy that was coming in when they went like unbalanced line, big 13 personnel, ended up being Coleman. So during a press conference, I think it was a practice press conference, they was talking to Dan Quinn about Brandy Coleman, and he mentioned very sneaky-ish, right? That he likes how he's been taking snaps and he's able to snap and pull, right? And he kind of snuck that in there, right? So I caught it, I clipped it. I shared it a few times, shared it again a few weeks ago. So the conversation kind of came back up. The thing with Tyler Biadasz happened, right? They released him. Dan came out and said at the NFL league meeting that they didn't pursue a trade prior to releasing Tyler Biadasz, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, like, and we talked about this on Monday, right? The PR team had been, hey, look, man, we had this conversation already. Like, we've had this conversation, right? We told you if they say this to say that, right? But he ended up saying, hey, look, we need to. So later on that day, they had a press conference with Adam Peters, and Adam Peters was like, between us and the player, it's confidential. I don't want to give up too many specifics, blah, 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 blah. But just know that we did everything prior to releasing them, which gives us the impression that to Adam Peters, they did try to look for a trade partner, right? And maybe they couldn't find one. Contrary to the popular belief of Dan Quinn, I don't know who you believe, right? You're probably going to believe Dan Quinn, right? Because it seems like he's telling the truth, right? Because it's something that a team wouldn't say, right? So that's how we automatically, oh yeah, Dan telling the truth, because usually they wouldn't tell us that. So I know he's telling the truth, right? Well, what really could have happened is he didn't know, right? Like he probably just didn't know, even though they did say, how they talk, about certain decisions that they make, they have conversations, get like not all of them, right? Not all of them. You know what I mean? But who knows who to believe in that situation? But anyhow, they did extend Allegretti an extra year, right? And also at the NFL league meeting, the first time he spoke on the center position, he said he has Nick Allegretti and he has Julian Good-Jones to battle out at center. Who? Julian Good-Jones. Like, come on, bro. Who is this cat? Right? So we trying to figure out who this cat is. I know he was on the practice squad last year. I think he's a guard center. I'm like, nah, man. Like, I don't even want Allegretti starting. I think he's a great depth piece. I don't even want him starting, right? But what can you do? Is that if that's all you got, that's just all you got, right? So he just mentioned them two, and of course the reporters didn't press. But David Harrison later on that day, he mentioned that he talked to Dan, and he asked Dan Quinn about Brandy Coleman, and he said yes, he will be taking snaps at center. So all of the different speculations and the fan thoughts about Brandy Coleman, he's not going to be center, Dan slipped up, blah blah. He blatantly came out and said that he will be taking snaps at center. So, like, what does that tell you, Chuck?
Dan Quinn might be having a Ron Rivera moment. That's what it might be. Or Dan just, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe Dan just like to play around. Maybe Dan just like get news. He's sending these pressers and he's just like, hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let Adam say this. I'm gonna let the offensive coordinator say this. Let the defensive coordinator say this. And we're just gonna run with it. Don't nobody need to know the truth but us. Right?
Oh boy. This work stuff. All right, so let's see. Oh, she said it's Saturday. Okay, cool. Something must have happened, right? And they just cut ties. Like I still to this point, I still don't really understand. I still don't understand what happened. Like what happened with Tyler Biadasz. No, he wasn't an all-world center, right? But also, what came out more that day and Tuesday, like after we talked about it on Monday, was that they didn't see his production matching to what he was getting paid. right? The play and the money wasn't comparable. And then they also talked about he didn't command the line of scrimmage. Like his protection calls were not acceptable as far as what they were looking for from a center. And this kind of goes back to the communication part, because at the end of the year meetings, the players, specifically like Sam Cosmi, I think Wiley talked about it when they extended him. And I also think Laramie Tunsil talked about it, about how you understand the calls better from the huddle, like when you're in a huddle compared to when you in the muddle huddle or hurry up offense. This is where I think this is more about Tyler Biadasz. And I'm only saying this because of the flow of things, right? Those conversations, the things that they said on those press conferences, and then now just the release of Tyler Biadasz, right? Is that, of course, you're not. So what Tyler what Andrew Wiley said was, when you're in the huddle, you hear and you know what everyone's responsibility is. But when you're in no huddle, only responsibility you know is the offensive line. And that's him as a guard or a tackle. But the center has to still know what everybody is doing, right? Because he can't, like, he has to know if it's going to be a run or a pass. He has to know if it's going to be a bootleg. He has to know if it's going to be a RPO. He has to know if it's going to be a screen. He has to know all of those things. And Chuck, what if he was responsible for relaying that message to the offensive line when they are in no huddle or the muddle huddle? What if Jaden calls out a play, right? The center has to know what that play is. And while Jaden is communicating the play to the skill position players, whatever the first part of that play was that went to Biadasz, he has to communicate that to the offensive line. What if he wasn't doing that?
So, I mean, the way I feel about that is, why didn't we make a change sooner? You know?
To who?
If you said what?
To who?
I mean, we had. I mean, okay, good point. But still, my overall point is, like, we were going through the same stuff on the defensive side, right? When people were trying to do too much, or people just didn't know the plays. So we're going through the same, like, stuff on the both sides of the ball. This is all coming back on Dan Quinn, and it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you get your coaches together to be able to coach these players up? So maybe Dan Quinn, you know, everyone keeps saying, like, he got lucky with Jaden Daniels, and Jaden Daniels saved him a year, but maybe it's all coming to light now that Dan Quinn might not be what we need him to be for this team. Yes, he has a good, you know, repertoire with certain players and coaches, and he can, you know, light a fire under some people, but sometimes you just need a coach that can do his job, doesn't have to do all the extra stuff, and lead a team on the field, right? We've had coaches that can lead a locker room, but they can't lead players on the field. They can't make those changes. We're wrong.
And when it all comes down to it, the question is going to be, are you winning?
Yep.
Right? Like, you can command a locker room all you want, but are you winning while you're commanding that locker room? Everybody can respect you and not want to get you fired. Yeah, sure. Hey, but you still got to win. Right? And as the season progresses, and if we're not successful, and we going into November with a subpar 500 record, right? The conversation to me is going to be, maybe they did want to make a change with the head coach, but they knew how many vacancies it was going to be. Right? We had 12 head coach vacancies, 10, 11, something like that. Head coach vacancies, right? And Dan was already the 5th, 6th choice the first time. Right? Like you missed out on all of the big guys at first. So do you want to take that chance again with the 4 and what was the record? 4-13 or whatever it was. Do you want to take that chance with the roster the way it looked going into the offseason? I don't think so. You probably would have been the 13th team to hire head coach. Then we'd had somebody like Aaron Glenn-esque. Right? And you definitely don't want to put 5 years into that. So you keep them around, get some new coordinators. But just like you said, when it comes to the center position, this makes Jaden look even better than what we saw the first year. Like everything is making so much sense about how much he actually pulled this team his rookie year. And it's insane from what he was able to do. Right. But when we talk about Brandy Coleman's like what, 6'4", 6'5". This dude is huge. Right. And the one thing about offensive linemen changing positions is we hardly see a tackle moving to center. Did you hear my Netflix? Let me see. I know that wrong. Right? You barely hear about a left tackle moving to a tackle in general moving to center from college to the NFL. But the unique thing about this offseason and this draft is the Senior Bowl is usually where these position changes happen. Right? There are about 3 or 4 tackles that were asked to play center at the Senior Bowl. And one of them was Trey Kuhn, which I think is going to be somebody that's going to be there in the 5th round. He was a left tackle that's going into the draft as a center prospect. Right? And this is the first time we had 3 or 4 tackles that's going to be center prospects in the draft. Right? And he only played 1 game at center last year at Arkansas. And he's been tackled the rest of his career. Right? So that's going to be something interesting to see, interesting to follow. But the Brandy Coleman thing is even more interesting. So look, let me ask you this. He's going into his 3rd year, right? The first year, people were saying he's really a guard. He did both guard and tackle. He started with us. He was a left tackle. He split time the first 5-6 weeks, and he took over at left tackle. He goes into the offseason. They trade for Laramie Tunsil. Hey, look, I know you did well. We got Laramie Tunsil, one of the top tackles in the game. Train that right tackle. All right, cool. Train that right tackle. Right? February, March, April, he's training for right tackle. The draft comes up, 1st round pick, they pick a left tackle that's going to play right tackle. So now he needs to move the guard. We need you to move the guard. So now he has to train as a guard. Right? Train the camp, guard, blah, 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 all guard. Right? But then during the season, because another thing with him is his injuries. He's been injured 2 training camps in a row. 2 training camps in a row, he's been injured. Let me share this real quick. 2 training camps in a row, he's been injured, right? So I asked, a lot of people would say, well, and I believe this. I believe that, especially with these young players and them moving all around, like it can really discourage them. And this is what that conversation came about midway through the season when Dan Quinn was talking about him playing center and practice and doing other things, right? And he was open to doing those other things. It's now he's hurt another offseason. And the rumor was, first we heard the rumor was he wasn't giving effort. Right? But that wasn't the case. He was hurt and didn't tell anybody. So Dan and them shut him down, put him on IR for 4 weeks. Get yourself together. Right? You got a long career ahead of you, and you out here not telling us about these injuries. Get yourself together, go on IR, get healthy. He gets healthy, he comes back. Chris Paul takes his job. He's not giving it back up. So now what? Now you're taking in practice like left tackle reps. You're taking guard reps in practice. You're the backup now. Trent Scott has moved down the depth chart. You're now backing up on the left side, right? You come in for Tunsil a few times as he gets banged up. You play. You look pretty good, but now what? Now it goes from left tackle, left guard in college, comes to the NFL, goes to left tackle. He told to go to right tackle. Then he's told to go to guard. He goes to guard. He gets hurt again. He fakes an injury. He goes on IR. He tries to come back. His guard spot has been taken. Now I need you to see what you can do at center. We can look at this two ways. Tell me which way you look at this, Chuck. Do you look at this as it's not fair to him? He should not want to play center. He should just continue to play guard. Or do you look at it like, I had a shaky first 2 years in the league, and if I can, whatever gets me on the field, I'm going to do that? Because a lot of people is worrying about his mentals, and and I get it, but how do you think that he should react? Or how would you react? Or how do you see this whole situation playing out from both sides?
I think you should do whatever you can do to get on the field. First of all, that's really what the NFL is sort of all about. You see, like Jeremy Reeves' story, or God, what's the linebacker name? Whatever. But you see certain player stories where they come from special teams, undrafted free agents, or however they got to get a spot, and then they get to that spot and they show out. It might take some years, but in Brandy Coleman's case, like, you had opportunities. So obviously some coaches trust you in certain positions. So why not just take this on the chin and keep going? I'm not worried about his mental. Like, if you can be a versatile player at any position, especially on the offensive line, you don't see that a lot. So if you can play up and down the offensive line, like, maybe you might not have a job here, but you'll have a job, 31 other places in the league. So why not take advantage of this opportunity to learn, And plus, it'll help. It'll help you become a smarter football player in certain situations. So I think this is a great opportunity for him. I don't think it's no bad blood or anything brewing up, but you want to keep yourself in the league as long as you can. Keep that money rolling in. Keep them checks coming, So don't take it as an L, but take it as an opportunity to grow and get better.
Don't take it as an L. Take it as an opportunity. I hear you, Chuck.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear you. What's up, Boogie? Boogie, make it dance. Hey, let's get home. Let's get it, homie. Oh yeah. My issue with Coleman is now, what are you? Right. I always saw him as a guard. He starts at left tackle, not great. Goes to what I think his true position is, gets hurt, replaced, now possibly center. I just need to solidify him somewhere. Don DeMarco. I don't know. I don't even think he know. I don't even think he knows who he is, or what he is, or what he's going to do. All I think he's worried about is what's the quickest way for me to get on this field? Because this could be a setup. Like, what if he flops at this? But I think he could still always fall. And this is probably how Dan is thinking when it comes to him. But it can't be Good Jones, bro. Alec Grady, okay, I get it. But nah, not Good Jones. Right? Because Good Jones is not a natural center either. Right? But guard center, he's played the position, more than Brandy Coleman. But I don't care. I put Brandy Coleman in front of him just off principle alone. Right? So I need if Dan is thinking like, okay, what if he doesn't get it? Because it's not just about snapping and pulling, right? Because we talk about beyond, it's about protections. I guess Cosby can do it from the right guy's spot. Like, it's just going to be interesting how all this works out. Because just imagine if it does work. And he is an adequate center. He's 6'4", 6'5", like what, 330? that can move athletically, bro, our offensive line would be humongous movers. And even though Chris Paul is not that great in a run game, right? Laramie Thompson was good in the run game, even though people say, like, because he's not elite in the run game, people kind of judge that, which I get, but he's still a top 5 left tackle because he's top 5 left tackle in the run game, and he's absolutely top 3 in the passing game. So I don't care how you look at it. He's an elite left tackle, right? You got Cosme. Hopefully he bounces back. I know he got DawgTired. What was his injury last year? Because he got injured at the end of the year too, but I don't think it was nothing serious. He would have played if it was, playoffs on the line.
Did he like pull something?
Yeah, I forgot what it was though. So you expect for him to be, from the ACL, a full year and a half from the ACL injury, right? And you got Josh Conlon, who got he just got better and better as the season went on. You got him coming back, right? Hopefully he's in the weight room this offseason. You already heard Laramie Tunsil is going to have him and Chris Paul with him again, right? Even Trent Scott reached out that he's supposed to go down, and they all going to train together.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Right? So just imagine if Brandy Coleman works out at center. We might have one of the top 5 lines in the league. And
Big
all
line.
of those guys, except for Chris Paul, is under contract for at least the next 2 years.
That's what they're probably trying to do. They're probably trying to teach the system.
Bro, like it just if it works out, it'll be great if it works out. You can just imagine, bro, what this offensive line will look like if he can work out at center. Right?
Yeah, that'd be great. We need a big center because Biotics was getting thrown around, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what happened to him last year, but he was getting thrown around. And in some places he just looked lost. Like maybe that motor huddle was just too much for him. After a while.
Maybe. It's a good point. Maybe. He got stolen in the face.
Yeah. But sometimes a good running back will help you. Like having a good running back. So maybe like he missed Eckler back there.
Yeah, but think about it. Maybe this is a good thing. Right? Because now it shows that you're going to need an explosive running back or a guy that can set your blocks up for you.
Yep.
But just imagine if you don't need that and you still have a running back that's going to set your blocks up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that end, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. All right, let me see. Bill Krosky Merritt, bro. I'm about to pull some numbers from him.
Bill.
I want to pull some numbers from Bill, from Billy. Where you at with him though? Before I do that, where you at with him?
I like Bill, man. He like a young breath of fresh air. I feel like maybe he has a chip on his shoulder from last year because of all the carries that he didn't get that he felt he deserved, which rightfully so. We were all screaming at Cliff to get him the ball more, but it's also like hopefully he sees the humble side of it where you fumbled 4 times, bro. Like you put the ball on the ground. About was it 4? I think you got 4 fumbles last year. So you gotta take the good with the bad and hopefully just bounce back. But I like him, man. Hopefully he improves his pass catching even more.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't think they did him or Wise. They didn't give an official injury. They just said leg injury.
Wasn't that like one of the press conferences where Dan was like, he's hurt and just didn't say anything else?
I teach you Wise. It was never an official injury.
I think that's what Dan was getting pissed off a little bit. Like he's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. What's up, Tim? Former Washington Colorado State. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that later, Tim. Stick around. We definitely gonna talk about old Kirky. We got Kirky on the agenda. All right, let's play this video real quick. Let's see. Cause Bill tired of y'all, bro.
Mr. 7th round himself.
Nah, I got like y'all forgot.
The Washington Commanders.
Let me change this. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta change something.
Yeah.
Put it in my headphones. I think I'll make this a little bigger so y'all can see it better.
Dang, man, I've been going back and forth thinking I'm going to that draft party, but I don't think I'm going.
You going where?
To the draft party? I said I'm not. I don't think I'm going.
Ain't you gonna be? No, you're gonna be here to May.
Not me.
Okay. All right. Sound is good. All right. Let's go.
The Washington Commanders select Krosky Merritt.
This is something that I always dreamed of.
Coachability issues limited to down to one game.
Yeah, I gotta go. That's all I gotta say, Coach. Just looking forward to, just keep my head down, keep working, and just keep building. It's another thing to be here, and it's another thing to stay.
I like that. He says another thing to be here, but another thing to stay. Hey, talk to me, Billy.
I'm talking about
Put on a nigga on some fuck shit. They ain't down with me, but they know I'm one nigga that is up, nigga.
They got YB? Got YB in
This nigga acting like a bitch, I can't control what he do. Well, bitch, we stepping on you. 100 flying coming through. And fuck that bitch, that one. But nigga, I can't go swear.
Still Jack got me hyped.
Yeah.
Got me hyped. Got me hyped. Still Jack got me hyped.
Downhill. I think he is a special talent.
Yeah, what did he say?
Still Jack got me hyped, man.
I came through swerving. Yeah.
Jack got me hyped. Nick say he better
Bruh,
work on
that's
his
what we've
body.
been needing, man. Like him, Amos, all them young boys that listen to that YB. We needed all that, man.
Yeah, he says one thing to be here, but it's another thing to stay.
I gotta hit up Breeze because that video just made me realize something about the numbers.
I gotta yeah, he just got me hyped, bro. Bro, do you know that he's number 7 in yards after first contact in the NFL?
Sure.
He's number 7 in yards after contact, bro. Yeah, he keeps saying all this love stuff. Like, wait a minute, I'm here.
That showed you that Joe Witt wasn't lying about the players being online.
Yeah, that's so I know they are, bro. Like, come on, man. We know y'all online. I mean, we know the Commanders are. We talk about these uniforms. We definitely know they are. Right? No doubt at all. My daughter wants, she gotta wait. So he had 8 games with over 40% of the offensive snaps. Just 8 games. He had 4 games over 50% of the snaps and 2 games over 60%. Right? He said Reeves. I'm thinking you're talking about Reeves. Yeah, Reeves always. Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, man. Reeves always on time.
Man, I leave Reeves alone, man. Y'all having a good time.
Yeah, where Nick at? Yeah, chill out with my boy Nick. All right, 39% under. Right, the snaps that he played, 39% under. He had 70 rushes, 306 yards, average 4.4, 3 touchdowns, and 1 fumble. Right? That's 39% under offensive snaps. 40% over, he had 105 rushes, 499 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, and 3 fumbles. The dude is productive. The dude is productive when he's on the field, bro.
Yep. Just need him in some pass catching. That's all I need.
I mean, dude, right?
I
Like,
you have that in your arsenal.
right? Oh yeah, like I think he said he keep responding. He do. I agree, right? I think you want him to, because I think one thing we have to keep in mind, right, when we talk about receiving backs, everybody's not going to be CMC for one. Everybody's not going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. Everybody's going to be Bijan Robinson, right? They're just not going to be that. Those guys are one-offs. And all of your receiving running backs is not going to be able to line up in the slot and give you 5 or 6 branches off the route tree. That's not the case. But what you do want is when he's in the game for him to be a threat, right? And not a threat like he's going to be dominant at catching the ball, but just so that you could keep the linebackers on their heels, right? Because he's in the game, I know it's going to be a running play.
Right.
That's what you don't want. You want for him to be able to still have that threat that he can come out the backfield. So angle routes, wheel routes. And of course, screens, because he looked real jittery even in the screen game because he just wasn't used to it. He wasn't comfortable with it. So hopefully that's something that they also working on in the offseason. And then pass blocking. But you could kind of get around the pass blocking joint, right? Because if you think about it, if it is like 3rd and 9, he's probably not going to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like Rashad White's probably going to be on the field. I'm just with the room as we have it right now.
Right.
Right. But if it's 2nd and 6, right, like I need him to be able to step up and take on a block. He's not afraid to do it. I've seen him do it, but he needs a lot of work at it. Or you could just slip him. Right? Like if you know he's not good at pass protection, slide to his opposite side and slip him right behind the blitz. Like this is what we need from David Blau. This is what you need from offensive coordinators. You need to understand your personnel. We say it all the time. Know your personnel. So if you know you have a running back that cannot pass protect, that cannot chip, why are you putting him in those positions to do that just so you can have success with the play that you're trying to run? Coordinators that do that, they're trying to put their scheme on their players instead of matching the players to their scheme. Because if I know he's not going to be able to pick up that mic that's coming straight down the pipe, then slip him around the mic. Because there's nobody going to be there.
Yep. And you got to get there. And be able to catch it.
Or move your pocket to where you're allowing the backside edge to come free, move your quarterback, and slip your running back out across his face. This stuff is like, to me, listen, man, I did Pop Warner for like 5 years. Offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball. This Pop Warner stuff is not that hard. I know what players can do. I made one mistake because I was moving too fast. I had a kid who could punt, who can snap, who can long snap. He was better. The quarterback was better at long snapping. Then I had a shotgun, a offensive lineman that can do the shotgun, which is like only 4 yards. I forgot to put the long snapper in the game, and I had a regular center, and we ended up getting the fumble because he couldn't get it back there.
Golly.
Right? But bro, you've been coaching in the big leagues. You shouldn't be making mistakes. this is why I just don't understand. This is probably where the miscommunication. This is probably where the mutually decided to part ways. This is probably where all of that came about. Because I'm like, Cliff, bro, and trust me, I had a blind eye to it. I did. But when you go back and watch it after everything happened, you're like, man, yeah, this is bad, bro. This is bad, man. You got to make the game easier. And I know it wasn't because, and then another thing he always cried about, oh, I don't have my guys, I don't have my Terry, they not at practice, blah, blah, which I understand and I get, but what are you doing? If you only have an offense that can be somewhat successful, if you have ballers, I'm not expecting you to. I wasn't expecting him to win games with those wide receivers. But bro, put him in positions to win. You should have been doing pick plays the whole game. They can still catch and run.
Oh, for real.
Put him in positions to do that.
No more than 15 yards per route. No more than 10.
Let's send Robbie Chosen on these 9 routes. What? Like, who is he running past?
Contested jump.
Like, bro, come on, man. Like, he running plays like Terry out there. Like, come on, bro. Super efficient, bro. Bro, like, bro, this kid, he's super. Yeah, he is super, man, bro. He's super efficient. He's super efficient, bro. You can't doubt that with Bill, man. Pass pro has never been something he's been asked to do. Bama State, New Mexico, or UAA, he just needs those reps to develop that skill. Ashton Jency, the same exact reason. And he don't like you want him to be able to do it somewhat, but you build the backfield up. So in those third down situations and those end of game situations where you need that elite pass protector, you have a roster to do that. You have guys you can put in there. And that's no slight to him at all. It's no slight to him. It's no slight to him. But you're just not there yet. It might take you a couple years to get there. But to your point, when it's 2nd and 6, I don't need the defense could be thinking, oh yeah, we can go all out blitz because he ain't. You know what I'm saying? I need him to be able to run a center screen. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need from Bill, man. But shout out to Bill, man. Like, I think he could be the bell. When we talk of bell cow, there are a few bell cow running backs, but most of the running backs in the league, it's usually 2-back systems. It might not be a full half or full committee, but it's usually 2-back systems. It's usually 2-back systems. All the running backs we got on our roster now coming from 2-back systems. The top 2 running backs in the draft is coming from a 2-back system. The highest paid running back on the market this year coming from a 2-back system. Right? So, I don't know, man. And you can build in breathers for him. That's 100% fair. Yeah, because I don't think he had a lot of knickknacks. I mean, he didn't miss any games, but he had tons of knickknacks throughout the season. And that could be based on that he didn't play a full season prior to, which is odd, bro. That situation is still they robbed this boy a whole year of football eligibility, bro.
Yeah,
they robbed him. They robbed him, man.
It was real messed up.
They robbed him. But he made the most out of it, right? I talked to a reporter for the school, and he was saying that even though he wasn't playing in games, he was still practicing. He was still the scout team running back, right? Which is good. But that's not the same bump. And senior bowl is not the same bump either. You know what I'm saying? So this was his first bump like that. So he was injured. He was hurt. Remember, it was a few weeks that he didn't even practice because he was banged up. So, but if you could ask Bill to do it, I strongly believe he can show the 250 carry load. Yeah, because we had this year 175. course. He can get to 250 easy. 225 at least. I mean, that's a huge jump to go from 175 to 250, but 220, 225. I like that. I like that number. 200. Well, let's say 215, 220. I like that number. And he had 800, bro. He had 800, bro. He had 800 rushing yards. Yeah. And then, like when we talk about love, and we talk about the backfield with certain people, everyone usually says, "I have no issue with Bill. I think Bill is a good back. I want Bill here." But the prospect of having Jeremiah Love, from what you're saying from these other dynamic running backs, you don't want to pass up. Right? I mean, think about it. The Falcons did it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pass up on Bijan.
Nope.
When they had 1,000-yard back in Tyler RJ. And he was a good back. And I'm with people, bro. Like, if they take him, make it work. Right? Bill has shown you, even Love has shown you that they can operate in a two-back system and be very productive. So that part, I'm not worried about that part at all. I'm not worried about that part at all. Right? I'm gonna do Bill one more time. Hold up.
Washington Commander select Krosky Merritt.
This is something that I always dreamed of.
Eligibility issues limited to one game.
Yeah, I got a good one. That's all I got to say, Coach. Just looking forward to, just keep my head down, keep working, and just keep building. It's another thing to be here, and it's another thing to stay.
Savage, almost like they gun you down. 7 rooms, 4 stabs, don't know what I'm talking about. Every picture's on me. Put on a nigga on some fuck shit. They ain't down with me, but they know I'm one nigga that is up. Break your tackle. Fuck nigga line. Touchdown. He gon' smoke, we blow it. Make him choke. But he gon' bang till he through. And I can tell you, bitch, my hand before he loaded the shoot. I'm smoking those in my cup dirty. This nigga acting like a bitch, I can't control what he do. Well, bitch, we stepping on you. 100 fly coming through. And fuck that bitch, that horny. Fuck the line with me too. But nigga, I can't go swerving. I was thinking, getting loaded, getting dirty. He gon' smoke, we blow it. Make him choking, we gon' been drinking potion, trying to focus.
Kid loves to go downhill. I think he is a special talent.
This kid loves to go downhill. I think he's a bro. He was 7th after first contact, bro. When I saw that a couple of days ago, I couldn't believe it. Because like even before that, I saw him work in between the tackles. I've seen him break tackles. How often was he getting touched in the backfield? Very often. Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking, getting loaded, getting dirty.
That video guy got me hyped, bro. That video got me hyped, bro. But listen, I'm still taking Love at 7. But if we don't, I'm still gonna be hyped, bro. Look at Smokey. Yes, sir. Marcus, what's good? We're talking Bill, baby. Talking Bill. Bill. Like, and would I be kind of confused? I just don't agree with he's going to be in competition with Rachaad White. Nah, Bill RB1, bro.
Yeah,
he's a gem. He's the Brock Purdy of the Adam Peters Commanders tenure. Right? Or can he be? Can he be the Brock Purdy of Adam Peters Commanders tenure? Can this kid end up being one of the highest paid running backs in the league? Can he be an all-pro? can he be considered top 5 running back? I don't know, man. But I think he's RB1, man. And if Adam has that thought process, because when they talked about him to Adam the other day, and they asked him about the 7th pick, I haven't looked at Brown. Or did I look at Brown? Did we do Brown, Smokey? The Arkansas running back? I don't remember. Right. So they asked him about taking a running back at 7. I have no trepidation taking a running back at 7. That's what he said. No problem. I'll do it. No problem. Right? I'm not against it. But I also took Bill Krosky Merritt in the 7th last year. He's telling you, yeah, I might do it. I will do it. But remember, I found a gem in the 7th round last year.
You know what I'm capable of.
Yeah, right. 2.5 yards before contact is insane. That goes to the offensive line for one, and for two, how do you have 2.5 yards per carry and number 7 in yards after contact? Because imagine his season average is 4.6 yards per carry. So he's getting a whole 2 yards.
Before somebody lays a hand on him.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, Bill. Listen, man. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it at all. I ain't mad at it at all. Oh, let me see something. Let me tap on my camera closer. Let me see what it look like. Hold up. I ain't mad at it at all. But that's Bill Krosky Merritt. Now let's talk about these unis. I guess I guess I'll be a uni guy, right? Because I ain't really a uni guy. Yeah, I think this how I'm supposed to have it. I think, yeah. But anyway, right? All right, so I want to show. Did you see the Falcons?
Yeah, the ones are.
No, I mean the uniforms is horrible. I'm talking about the reveal.
Oh no, I didn't actually. I only saw who's that? Oh, the Titans. I saw their reveal.
Theirs was nice too. Theirs was nice too. But let me do the let me show you that jump real quick.
I once had a dream where I was a Falcon.
First of all, getting Andre 3000 is elite, bro. Is elite.
I didn't get
Eyes were new.
Nah, he beefing with 50.
Fresh vision like nothing before. I could see in what felt like 4 dimensions, and time was one of them explored. I could now see everything. Unbounded from the ground, I was let loose. The higher I soared, the more free I became. The sky was all mine, and I was the same. I am the fastest animal on the planet. To naked eyes a blur. Swipes of red, white, silver, and black would occur without alert. Pray would have no time to pray. In this dream, my body was a falcon, but my mind was still mine. I could recognize my city and nest from miles away in detail without trying. All dreams feel real, of course, but this one was different still. A bouncing word I heard upon waking, even now, gives me chills. Atlanta, 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 Atlanta. Until no sound. I could still see everything as it is and was, but now I'm flying on the ground. new red rush.
So it was all right. Smoke said we did the Mike Washington Jr. Yeah, that's what I was. So I don't know. Hey Marcus, who's Brown Jr.? Marcus? Did Three Stacks play the flute on there?
I'm about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Brought it.
So what you think? I think the reveal was nice. I think the reveal was nice, bro. Like getting Andre 3000 represent Atlanta.
Little spoken
word.
word.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That John was like I thought that John was nice. Yeah, the jerseys are horrible. Like the jersey.
Yeah, them Janks trash. Like I'm sorry, them Janks. They only had a red helmet no more. I thought they was going. Them Janks trash, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Shout out to Three Stacks. That's my guy. But, Bijan, it's time to let the high top lock go, brother.
Anything I can find
I'm glad Coleman cut his off.
Titans drink real quick.
But the Titans thing was live, wasn't it? Like they just walked out on the stage or something.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Falcons, bro.
So what do you think? What do you think they should do? Do you think? Oh, I don't know. I don't
think it's gonna be anything big. Nothing we have done uniform wise has been like big. Really since the Josh Harris era, nothing has really been like big, really, in my opinion. Like a big reveal. It's just been like they'll drop the news, everybody go crazy, and then make their own little edits or whatever. So I think it's gonna be a bunch of same like they did with RFK, a bunch of photos, videos of the old times, some music in the background, probably some go-go. And then they're just gonna throw us in uniforms. Like they gonna have Jaden in one, probably Bill in one, somebody from the defense in one. Like and that's that. I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy.
It ain't gonna be three people sitting on the field.
Nah, I think it's going. My expectations for the uniforms are real low. I don't want to get too hyped up, and then it's like, that's
what's gonna happen. It's gonna get ugly too.
Yeah, they're gonna be like,
but I don't think they these uniforms. They can't miss, bro. But I do think it's something new though.
Yeah,
I think it's something. Or if retro is new, like I think it'll be something new because he keeps saying,
modern.
Honoring our future, honoring our past, to our all that other stuff. So I think it might be like a combination of things. What if it's something like the W with a spear through it? Because I've seen that on the timeline too.
I wouldn't be mad at it. It's not like the plain W. I think I just think that's better than the plain W on the side of the helmet. But like when he was talking in the press conference, he mentioned like the 70s through like the 90s. Like
the 70s had the spear.
And what they brought it back in 2002? Yeah. I like them 2002 jerseys. I've been wanting those back, but I don't know. Well, I think the uniform in that box is probably just a black jersey, and I think they're gonna roll out the white and burgundy chain as the, just the regular home and away jersey. It's probably gonna be like we're gonna get our stripe back on the pants. That's probably what it's gonna be. Because like a lot of the uniforms like tend to follow each other. So like how the Falcons got their stripe on their pants, we're gonna get ours back how it used to be. We're probably gonna get the gold pants back, not the yellow ones, but the actual gold ones. So yeah, they might throw Wale in there. They might throw Katie in there. Probably not in the middle of the season, but.
But I'm trying to think. All right, George. Good night, man. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if honoring the past, bringing the future, if they do like a combination thing. That's why I was thinking maybe the spear with the W, because they can't do the R.
Yeah, you can't.
Right, like they can't do the R. What if they do a C, like how the R was, with a circle around it?
A C.
Yeah, you know how the joints back in the day had an R
Yeah, the
on the
curly.
helmet. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the circle around the R.
Well, they can do that with the W, to be honest. It might be nah, that look
Nah,
weird.
this is so let me go back. So before you go to bed, Joe, so the rumor was that as the Commanders have gone through the new designs of their uniform, they've been peeking in on social media to these Commander fans mock-ups. And a lot of these mock-ups have made it to these meetings discussing the new jerseys. So Dula, he's a photographer. He's also a content creator. He has a podcast. These are just two of his that he posted.
Dang, you got the black one?
Yeah, I gotta put it on there.
That black one tough. That black one is some serious heat. Like I'll buy like 3 of those. And I don't ever buy no helmet, but I'll buy the black helmet. It look like that thing. So I guess this side by side is what, matte and gloss. The burgundy is got the gloss helmet and the white got the matte helmet. That's what it looked like. Or do I got it backwards? No, that's right. Matte on the left and right is gloss.
Oh yeah. The matte is on the right. The gloss is shiny.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we're getting the yellow face mask back. Well, that's good. Yeah, man. I think they're just bringing back the gold pants now with the burgundy, which is cool. I never liked the burgundy on burgundy look. And then we're gonna have the all white ones with the stripe on the side. Oh no, that's not all white. I'm tripping. It's gonna be white and burgundy.
Yeah, let me see. I'll put this joint on here.
As long as ain't no.
What if the color scheme we currently have but adds a spear and stripes like that? Yeah, man, I love that. I think the spear is coming, bro. I think we're gonna get a spear.
I've been waiting for the spear all my life, bro. I've been waiting for that.
They just teasing it too much. Like it's everywhere. They ain't gonna do no feather though. Nah. You can forget it. They might though. I don't think so. What if it's a feather on the helmet?
Like by itself?
That don't say Commanders at all.
That was the Braves helmet with just the feather going on the side, like how the Eagles got the wings. Oh no, it was around the back, going around the back. No, I don't like that. That don't seem modernized. Not no feather.
That just the feather seems lazy.
Yeah.
I actually think they put a lot of thought in it.
The thing about this though, I don't think this is I think the W helmet is still gonna be the permanent helmet. I think the spear helmet is gonna be with the alternate uniform like this. I think this is the alternate.
You think they changed up the black jerseys though?
Yeah, because to make it make sense, because the black jerseys wasn't making sense. Like the patch on the side was cool, but for some reason the collar had like embedded camo in it. Like I never understood like the embedded camo. So they probably refreshed it. Or they might have took the patch off and put dang, it's another picture somewhere where it got how that burgundy jersey got the stripes on the side of the sleeves. It's probably like that, and they got the spear on the helmet. But they never said we was actually switching our helmet though, right?
But we get a new helmet though. We only got 2.
A new face.
You can have 3. And they got the spear on the white part on the sleeve. I think that's slick. That's detailed.
Yeah. They had that, but on the black jersey.
Then they got the little drink that the spears through it that they had on a couple flyers.
Yeah. If it's an all burgundy alternate though, I don't like no all burgundy uniform. We be losing in all burgundy.
I do too, Commander 22. I do like I definitely think it's a spear, bro. They can't get away from it. They just using this is everywhere. It's
Yeah, it's like I
everywhere.
was saying. What was it
Clint,
Monday
what's good, man? Appreciate you for checking in.
about that Roman Coliseum type thing? That whole concept. But it's like
What you thinking?
it's like different eras of like Romans too. Like if you do your research, you got the like the centurions and you know just the regular foot soldiers. You got the 300s, like that style right there. Like that spear would be like the 300 version.
Yeah, I ain't got all that time, bro. I ain't looking at all them jump. I'm trying to see how this light.
Oh my god, that breaks the Roman Trojan. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, dog. Roman / Trojan. I don't think it's the Trojan side. I think it's like the early Roman side. The Trojan was the one with the helmet and all that stuff. I think we just the plain barbaric Romans with the shield and the spear.
The plain barbaric Romans. Wow.
Man, what you doing? Trying to get a spotlight, man?
I'm trying to see how this joint look. You see, I got my new setup. You ain't see my new setup?
See, you got the you ain't walk us through the chalkboard.
Can you see what it say?
It say dollar bill.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's where you're gonna be drawing up your plays during the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know, chat, I'm
What?
getting a new chain made too. I keep
Oh
forgetting
my
to
goodness.
hit up Aaron. I'm gonna have a spirit myself. I gotta give him the concept. That joint go hard.
They need to make the numbers on the black jerseys burgundy. I might make it too dark though.
Yeah, somebody was saying they do that. You can't see them.
But he said white and gold trim though. That'll pop it. The burgundy at least. But I don't know if they're going. That's a little UFL-ish probably. I don't know. What's up? What's up, Rob? Trojans aren't Romans. All I know about is Spartans. Spartan! We see if command is based on military in DC, how does the spear and the native past relate? I think that's them just trying to. Well, they're actually bringing the spear in with the Romans, right? You seen the pictures from last year. If you was at the stadium, all of the theatrics that they had, it all included some form of a spear, right? Some form of a spear. So they are absolutely merging the two together. And maybe someone in the chat, one of you guys know the what's the significance of the spear to, I don't know, commanders or Roman armies, right? I don't know.
So I'll say this, right? When we first did the name change, if you paid attention, it was a little rushed. That's why they kept adding in all the military stuff to it. So when you hear the military thing, don't really like deep dive into it because they were trying to make it make sense for the name change because we had to change the name, right? We couldn't just stay the Washington football team. The Commanders is the name that won, and people just kept spamming the military, and it's not like it didn't make sense. Now they're tying it all together to the past and make it make sense, right? That's why it probably took this much time for them to come up with a game plan to make everything make sense. Like, so when go back and go look at all the videos when they first did the rollout of the name of the new uniforms. That's why when we saw the newer uniforms that we're leaving behind with the white, and like go back and look at the white uniforms. Look at the name Commander and just sit there, contemplate on it, take notes. You're gonna see that everything was rushed and they were trying to just get it out the way.
He said Harris is confused.
He actually fixing it, bro. He fixing it.
Yeah, he fixing it, man. Like whatever his team is, they trying to get it right. They getting there.
That was something.
They getting there. Yeah, y'all educate me today. Yeah, that whole thing, man. It's terrible. What's up, Teddy? I like the black with the spear. I like the W on the burgundy helmet, but it just needs a white accent.
Oh yeah, I keep reminding me I gotta go buy that hat that they selling.
This white joint fire. What's wrong with his hand though? These joints nice, bro. I think they're gonna do us right, man. They got to. They got to do us right, bro.
We got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, they got to do us right. All right, let's get into. So you ready for some news?
Yeah. Let me get right.
I want to turn my. I want to see if it's too bright. Hold on a second.
Gotta make my intro for the corner, dude. I keep forgetting. All right.
All right, let me see this joint. Let me see. Oh yeah, that joint too bright, yeah.
Oh, I know that joint light up like that.
I don't know if I can. That joint came with a remote.
Oh, if he got a remote, you should be able to dim it up a little bit.
You know, I think I threw that joint in the trash, man.
Man. Are we gonna give Tutty a spear next season? Yep.
Yeah, Tutty already said he got a he got a new uniform. Tutty said that, bro.
He ain't gonna have a hot top no more.
Bro, this joint look mean in person, bro. Like you probably let me see if I turn this light off. Hold up.
You gonna wear that to the night game? That's a chain or that's just a backdrop?
No, it ain't no chain. No chain that big, bro.
Oh, hey, they be wearing them. Somebody got the W.
I ain't wearing no chain that big, no sir.
Flavor.
I think I threw that remote in the trash, man. But you can see it clear like this, though, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I took the whole name thing. George, yeah, I guess. I ain't trying to get into it, George. Are they going to get Teddy a spear next season? Yeah, I watch he had one. Watch during the reveal, Teddy come out that joint with a spear. I guarantee it, bro.
Imagine if he throw that joint.
Yep, they did. Bro, like, I don't know.
Yes, it can.
I didn't really like the whole like, and Teddy lost a bag of weight too. Like when they first revealed Teddy, he was all like big stomach, like he looked horrible, bro. But as time went on, he got better and better. And he's like I think they got it right now. Like he be wearing designer clothes, like he be wearing the little whatever that type of haircut y'all be getting, a little buzz cut drink, got his hat or the buzz cut. Like Teddy is him, bro. Teddy is him. And if you go to the games, you'll see that more that he's him. If you go to a lot of events when he's there, you can see that was him. Like I spent a lot of time with Teddy, bro, at different events. I mean, he even did the Carnley challenge. Remember we was on the Carnley challenge last year? Teddy did the Carnley challenge. You know what I'm saying?
I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, like Teddy,
the actual,
right there, bro.
The actual person. He don't post a lot though, but
oh, come on, 2022. He's not gonna be bad. Yeah, he must have been on that Ozempic. He had to be on Ozempic, bro. Teddy lost that weight quick.
He on that mascot watcher.
Oh, the burgundy gold is just horrible, Rob.
Burgundy and gold. Yeah, that's lame. That's like a book club.
Washington Gladiators.
I wonder if they're gonna let fans come in with spears, like little fake spears.
No.
Yeah,
no, they are weapons. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
As soon as we had a rivalry game,
bro.
Man, what you say?
We're not doing that, bro.
What's that video I got on my page of you?
Hey, that's definitely not. They're gonna have them in the parking lots though.
Oh yeah, the tailgates
and stuff. They're gonna have them drinks for sure. Watch. All right, man. You ready?
Let's get it.
All right. There's some Riddle news of the day. Let me see. Oh, did I delete it? Oh, no, I did.
It's now time for Riddle News of the Day.
What up, y'all? Welcome to News of the Day. All right. We got some rapper hoop action. And no, we're not talking about Buddy from Charlotte that played for Charlotte. All right. Per ESPN, J. Cole has signed a contract to join the Chinese Basketball Association, Nanjing Monkey Kings. Signing will make him the league's oldest overseas player. Shout out to Chris Paul. Cole will join former NBA player Taco Falls and TJ Lee. This is his third time going over there to hoop. So apparently, J. Cole just be dropping albums and then going to live out his basketball dreams. Shout out to J. Cole, man. I don't know his averages or nothing like that, what he averaged over there, but shout out to J. Cole for getting that opportunity. What do you think, Deuce? He gonna get
ain't he like 40 something?
No, he can't be older than KD. I don't think J. Cole older than KD.
Okay. But I mean, yeah, man, if China gonna pay you, go play. Like he's done this before, right? And if a team willing to make money off of you, gonna make money off of them. So yeah, and you be able to play ball. Something you love doing, go make it happen, bro. Go have some fun. Go spend some time away, man.
It seems like they let anybody go over there and play, to be honest. I might try to get a contract.
Oh, he said he going over there for a 10-day and then going on tour afterwards.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Just living this dream. Then going to rap. Shout out Master P. All right, let's move on.
All right.
We got some other rapper news. Miss Megan Thee Stallion. She was taken to the hospital during her recent performance of Moulin Rouge on Broadway. On March 31st, she felt very ill and taken to the hospital for extreme exhaustion, dehydration, vasoconstriction, and low metabolic rates. She has since been released following treatment. Broadway production of Moulin Rouge is scheduled through May 17th. It sounds like she was just doing a lot and not drinking the right fluids. I will say I know she I don't know if she still drinks or not, so I don't want to put that on her. But Broadway is a lot, man. Them people perform, I think they have like two shows a day at some places. So
and she probably not used to it, right? Like some of the story we hear about Whitney Houston, when he was telling her, like, you have two different types of makeup. You got movie makeup and you got entertainment makeup. And she went with her entertainment makeup and it started running down her face because of the cameras and stuff. So, you know, and the people that she working with, they probably do this stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? So she just got to get used to it, man. Hopefully somebody's in her corner or around her telling her these things that, hey, look, you got to drink water, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you want to do this Broadway thing, so this doesn't happen again. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she just didn't listen the first time and she'll listen from now on.
All right. Hopefully it was just something like she needed to get an IV popped in and then was good to go. But we'll keep y'all up to date on that as the weeks go on. Moving on to the last thing, we got Wiz Khalifa, Kane Brown, and Bret Michaels are scheduled to headline the 2026 NFL Draft Entertainment Series on Friday, April 24th. Pittsburgh natives Wiz Khalifa and Poison's Bret Michaels will play the free event at the Draft Theater next to Arkansas Stadium. Kane Brown will close out the event on Saturday, April 25th. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you're going to hear a whole bunch of Black and Yellow that day and whatever else songs that Wiz decides to perform. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa, man. Still doing this thing. He's on a song actually with Fetty Wap on his new album, on Fetty's new album. I haven't listened to the song yet, but I heard that overall album is pretty good. So shout out to Wiz, man. Still doing this thing. Mm-hmm. You listen to Wiz at all, dude?
Oh.
Nope. Yeah, shout out to Wiz, man. That's all we got for news of the day, though.
Hold on, I got one.
Okay, talk to us.
What's up with your boy taking a cash advance, advance payment, and then pulling out of the fight when he realized it wasn't just the exhibition fight with Manny Pacquiao? They said Floyd Mayweather was paid in cash advance by Netflix for his upcoming fight in August versus Manny Pacquiao. but now the fight might not be on because he was told that it was a real fight and not an exhibition. But he already took the money.
So do you got to give it back, right?
Like, oh, he ain't got no money though. Obviously, people saying he was broke. 50 was saying if he is.
He got to get our money back, right? He must ain't read the contract. Well,
yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah. That's all we got for news of the day.
Oh.
It's now time for Riddle News of the Day.
All right, yeah, we're going. Oh, my fault.
Yeah, we're gonna come out. We're gonna do
Oh yeah, we can talk about my boy.
Yeah, Kirky, baby. Kirky.
You like
that? Bro, this 11 straight years of him getting fully guaranteed contracts on that year he's playing. 11 straight years. This is
who his agent?
I don't know. Some dude, right? Like he's a GOAT. I don't know why we don't know him. He should have his own 30 for 30. He probably, I'm sure Kirk will have a 30 for 30, right? Next year, right? So he signed with the Raiders a 5-year, $127 million contract, right? This year, I think he's making like $20 million or whatever that the Raiders is paying him. His bonus, $10 million bonus he gets, the Raiders is paying like 1.7 of that, and the Raiders is playing the most. I mean, the rest. And I think that's the same for next year. Year 3, he has year 3 and 4, I think it totals $80 million, but it's a team option for year 3, which is $40 million, and it's a team option for year 4, which is $40 million. Next year, he's guaranteed $10 million by like March something. And if he gets that $10 million, he would have passed Tom Brady for all-time earnings.
Shout out to Kirk, man.
Shout out to Kirk. Shout out to Kirk.
Oh, I mean, it's not like, I don't know. I felt if we would have had Minnesota Kirk on our team those years he was with us, I think we would have.
They ain't getting him no money. BSJ ain't getting his agent no money.
He probably get him a modeling contract in Canada.
Kirk Cousins just signed for 5 years, $127 million, and the other dude just got an invite to the USA flag football team.
Oh, how to turn tables.
How to turn tables, Chuck.
Yep. See what I said. Hey, shout out to the Raiders for continuing to prove that they are going to be a bottom organization in this league for years. It don't matter about Tom Brady or not. They're just going to keep proving that they don't know what to do in the NFL.
Because like Kubiak said, right? Kubiak said that ideally he doesn't want his rookie quarterback to start. He'd rather have a vet behind him to teach him blah, 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 blah.
He might be better.
Yeah, I mean, this is best for Mendoza. If they don't have to, because look, Kirk can give you 2-3 years, and he could be like Kirk can get you 300 passing yards. Remember, Kirk was playing
post-injury though, Deuce. Post-injury.
Yeah, like think about it. He was playing well for the Falcons before the injury that they never disclosed. He was playing well. Then he got the messed up shoulder. He didn't want to sit. Blah blah blah, and he didn't play that well. But everywhere Kirk goes, he's going to put up numbers. It might not be in the big games, but he's going to put up numbers. So he's going to keep you around top 15 to top 20 playoffs draft slot, first round slot, right? He's going to keep you there, but he's going to give you enough space to bring up your quarterback. They're going to be frustrated with Kirk from time to time, but he's going to have those games when he's giving you 400-something passing yards, 3 touchdowns. He's going to do that. He's going to do that. So, I mean, he was with Kubiak for 3 years in Minnesota. Sean McVay was begging for him at the league meetings, right? He decides to go with Kubiak. Shout out to The Office. No, I did not catch that till just now. I did not catch that till just now. And that's one of my favorite shows where I thought it was going to be stupid. So I like, just watch it. I watched the first episode. I was like, eh.
Yeah, that's
and
my
then,
kind of comedy.
by episode 3 or 4, I was hooked. The new joint not that bad either, but I never finished the first
I don't even know what it's on.
It's about water bottles or something. I don't know. But shout out to Kirko, man. Kirko getting them bills, man. He getting them dollar bills, man.
Yeah, shout out to RG3 too for
shout out to that.
doing what you're doing and how you doing. and shout out to Clips, man, for staying in business for so long and keeping y'all clients.
Shout out to who?
Great Clips.
Yeah. Shout out to Great Clips. I couldn't go there. I might try to go to one day. Some type of clips. Let's see what they say when I walk in that jump.
Or what? Supercuts, is it?
Yeah. Let's see what they say when I walk in that jump. All right, man. Let's get Chuck's corner. Go ahead, Chuck. You up.
All right, let's get to the corner, man. We're going to talk about a little goodbyes. So, the Iowa State phenom, sensation, best player on the team is leaving. Audie Crooks, number 55. She's just posted her thank you very much letter to the team, but unfortunately, she has decided to enter the portal and explore what it means to take root again on new ground. So that means she's probably going to be in the NCAA for 2 more years, probably. See if it works out at her new school. Now, me, myself, I don't know where she's going to go. Like, Audie Crooks is the type of player where I feel like if she goes to your school, you need to automatically start building around her. So it's probably going to be in a school where another star player is leaving, and they're going to have to revamp their whole school process and make space for at least one more star player because she needs help wherever she's going. Because as we saw at Iowa State, she couldn't do it by herself, even with Jada Williams on her side. But shout out to Audie Crooks. Wish her the best in her future endeavors on the team that she decides to go to. All right, next we're going to talk about is everything that's happening in the month of April, because it's a lot of stuff going on, right? So we have the 3rd through the 5th. Y'all just bear with me for the dates. Just hang on. 3rd through the 5th, we got the Women's Final Four National Championship. The 4th through the 6th, we got the Men's Final Four National Championship. April 7th, we got WNBA free agency begins. Y'all stay tuned for that because it's going to be a lot of content for that either here or on my TikTok page. But I will let y'all know. April 9th through the 12th, we got the Masters. Shout out Tiger. April 13th, we got the WNBA.
Ho. Shout out who?
Tiger Woods.
You shouting them out.
April 13th. April 13th, we got the WNBA draft. April 14th through the 17th, we got the NBA play-in tournament. Shout out to the Hornets. April 18th, we got the playoffs actually beginning for the NBA. April 18th through the 19th, we have WrestleMania. April 18th, the NHL playoffs also began. Shout out to the Capitals. Then we got WrestleMania, and then we have what we all been waiting for months and months is the NFL draft. Shout out to the trade back crew. We'll see how that goes. Now, tomorrow, we have the new WNBA expansion draft for the new teams. We got the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo. We will see tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time how they want to start building their teams. They are able to choose from the other WNBA teams that players, all of the players that are not cored already. So we don't have a show Monday, but next week I'll let y'all know what happened with that. All right, moving on still with WNBA, breaking down this month. We have the expansion draft tomorrow. We got free agency, as I already talked about. WNBA draft on April 13th in New York City. April 19th, you have training camp. Now, we're going to pause right here real quick. So the national championship for NCAA college is April 5th. The training camp for the WNBA is April 19th. Just let that simmer for a second, folks. All right, April 25th, you have the preseason, New York Liberty kicking it off with the Indiana Fever, and then Seattle versus Golden State Valkyries. And then May 8th, you have the season tip-off with 44 games. Shout out to the Mystics. I will be in attendance for a couple of their games. I haven't decided which ones yet, but we're definitely going to go check out the Washington Mystics. All right, moving on. The U.S. women's national team April 2026 training camp is already underway. I'm not going to read off all the names. Just know that Asia Wilson is there. Sabrina Ionescu is there. Rakia Jackson is there. These are some of the names that weren't on the FIBA team earlier this year that played.
You better say you know who.
Oh, yeah, I was getting there. I was getting there. Shout out to our first lady, Juju Watkins. She is also in attendance. And she is playing. She's not standing on the sideline. She's actually lacing up her sneakers and actually getting on the court and playing. There hasn't been much coverage on her. Most of the coverage has been on Asia and Paige, but hopefully we get some clips of her, shooting around and getting some bump in with the other ladies.
So she's actually playing?
Yeah, she's like, so it's a training camp, right? So they're going to do drills. They got a couple scrimmages. I think most of the stuff is media limited, but hopefully we get some content between tomorrow, because like the last day.
Cool.
Yeah, she's not on but never mind. I'll let it go. All right, last thing I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna get out of y'all's hair. The NCAA Final Four starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. Right? We got UConn versus South Carolina. Well, I'll go over my picks after. We got UConn versus South Carolina, and then we got UCLA versus Texas, right? These are all the number one seeds that started off the tournament, and they all made it to the Final Four. I don't think anyone had a doubt. If you did, your bracket has been busted for a long time, so it's okay. Now, my picks, I actually have South Carolina losing to UConn. I think UConn is just a powerhouse with Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd. I think they're just a hard team to beat with great coaching. South Carolina might pull it off, but they have a lot of young players, so we'll have to see. UCLA versus Texas. This is going to be sort of a mix-up, but I have Texas coming out on top. And then I actually have Texas. Even though all I said about UConn, I have Texas with the upset over UConn. Now, it's not on my bracket. I got UConn going all the way, but after the upsets we've seen from some teams, I have Texas taking the upset. But that's all we got, folks. All my socials are down below. And remember, if you don't want to kick it at the lab or you finish kicking it at the lab, you can always come down and hang with us at the corner. Thank you very much.
So, like, I wonder, so with the expansion draft, how many players do they, I guess, protect? How many players can each team protect?
It's 5.
And how many on a roster?
12.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I did want to go back to this, though, because we've got to talk about this. What's your take on... No, actually, we did talk about that, about the team, looking at certain fans getting...
Oh, we ain't going into detail, though.
Huh?
We ain't going into detail.
Yeah, so this is very interesting, right? Because in Spaces, we always say there's probably somebody or whatever in anonymous, right? It's probably not, but whatever. There are sometimes we have certain conversations that you hear those conversations on their platforms. But this is very interesting to me that a lot of the fan mock-ups has made it to those meetings, those think piece meetings about the uniforms. And what's a little disturbing to me is if that is the case, even if they don't use it, just the fact that they're discussing it, they should have shouted out, sent some merch, something to that person, even if they use it or not. Just the, and I think that's a connection thing with the fans. And if this report is true, and they don't do that, I think they will miss out on an opportunity to kind of show connections from the team to the fans. And if they do use an idea from a mock-up, they should absolutely be compensated in some way.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing now is like a lot of these probably interns or whatever these people are, admins or whatever, they're getting paid to do this. Like they're getting paid to be chronically online in the spaces, lurking on their burners or whatever. And I guess we can call it stealing ideas or I don't want to say stealing, that's a little harsh. But getting ideas, concepts from the fans and probably doubling back and giving them credit. They're probably in somebody's DMs like Della or someone else, like, hey, you mind if I use this or whatever, and then you'll get the credit on the back end. Just keep it on hush hush, until it's all over. So it's probably a lot of fans or people in the loop that have info and they just can't say nothing. Sign them NDAs, man.
Yeah, because I told you, like, with the stadium thing, I told you I had to do that. I couldn't talk about it. I had to sign an NDA or whatever. And I didn't even know that was a thing, right? But yeah, they make you do that. So I'm sure if that does happen, that's probably something that they do, right? Yeah, hey, look, you got to sign this, can't talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So that part of it is going to be very interesting for sure. All right, man, we about to get up out of here. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share, comment. We don't really have Mike on deck this week because we're going to be out till probably Thursday. You probably won't see us on this platform until Thursday. I'll probably do something Tuesday. It depends, but we will put content out on the page for the next few days. But for those who celebrate Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday, all that other good stuff, we're going to take some time off. But for the Commanders Draft Show, we are going to post a video on the channel of our favorite 3 prospects, not our top 3, but our favorite 3 prospects. So you can look out for that. If Chuck have a Chuck's Corner that he want to do, stuff he want to talk about, we can do a video. We could throw that up on Sunday. On Monday.
Shoot one Sunday night.
If you want. So we just see how all this is going to work out. But as far as live, you won't see us too, I know for sure, after Monday, unless some big news drop. When some big news pop up, we might jump in for a couple of minutes and discuss it. But outside of that, I think that's pretty much it, man.
Check your DMs, Deuce, on X
before the show end.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to throw it up there or not, but it's just another concept.
Oh yeah, we can look at it real quick. Let's see. I don't really like this joint too much. It looked too Pop Warner-ish.
Oh,
it looked too Pop Warner-ish. I don't like the sleeves either. That joint creased up though. Yeah. All right, man. You about to get up out of here. Thank you from Chuck, DawgTired, and myself, thank you for your time. We know it's very valuable for you to spend it with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love. And check out the new intro one more time.
When I first stepped into RFK Stadium, I knew I'd found a home. The roar of the fans, the energy of the city, united as one, was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. RFK Stadium was the stage for the world's greatest in sports, culture, and entertainment. All in the heart of our nation's capital. It's time to revive that legacy.
Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie.